It's invisible. No idea. Very strange. No, because take over the overseas territories is a different thing. It's kind of like Imperial Federation from what I understand. Okay, so in Committee of Imperial Defense, we want this because of those factories. Oh, research bonus for the Crown Colony class. Oh, go on then, if you insist. Turns out, maybe, just maybe, the Admiralty is a useful thing. Could it be on the map? Aha! Now that we've improved the infrastructure on Hong Kong, we can integrate the rural areas into the system. Takes 60 days, costs 25, removes the division speed penalty, the garrison, recruitable population, local construction speed. Sure. Mostly because I'm just curious to see what it actually does. The fall of Nanjing, the capital of the Republic of China, Nanjing, has been occupied by the forces of the Empire of Japan. Despite fierce resistance from the walled city's Chinese defenders, Japanese troops managed to capture Zhongshan Gate and fought their way into the city. Japan is making pretty quick progress. How long do the fortification ones take? That's a good question. They're quick. 28 days each. And I think in 38, that's when I'm going to start shifting troops around. Though I do think that I should probably start training some regular infantry divisions to defend the likes of Malta. Because they'll have that heavy artillery support. Learned through Kaiserreich that if a button's not in the decisions tab, it's on the map. That's good wisdom there, Faceless. It's good wisdom. Germans are trying to catch me. I think I'm going to do one more blip just to stay that far ahead, and then at that point we should be good. Because when the Dutch actually decide which way to go, I'll get that refunded. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. This violates the Versailles Treaty! Right, is my spy actually doing anything? Nope, that's still going down. Oh no, it's going up now. I don't know what was going on there. I think it is just that Germany has such good passive defense that one agent's not enough. That's also a thing in Old World Blues. Good to know. Good to know. Spies seem confusing. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of how they're implemented. Paradox has not yet done a game where espionage is done right. Well, E4 is alright. I feel like the one that has the most potential to be good is Stellaris. It just needs those usability buffs. Like putting envoys into your overlay, I think would be a huge change. Alright, the Admiralty. Britannia rules the waves. 2 times 99% cost reduction for naval doctrines. Production cost reduction for frigates. And a 50% research bonus for frigate models. I We go ahead of time on frigates, and there's a lot of them. So if I get to Black Swan in 38, and then trigger that, I can get like down to the River class potentially in a year. Yeah, going for the Lock class would be too much, so Black Swan, then we do the convoy. Okay, so we got our factories, and I think I need to put this onto aircraft. Let's start maxing out the fighter production. We'll be a little low on rubber for a bit. UK is going to have a friggin' huge frigate fleet. It really is. It's been a central part of my naval protection policies. And then at this point we're going to find out that Germany comes out like Plan Z, and then I'm going to be like, oh great, they got a bunch of battleships. Go my frigates, good luck! Okay, then have we got any other 100%ers? Oh, we can just build on them. Actually... Is it time? No. Not yet. Just. Muzzle brakes. Okay. And that's all of the artillery done. Oh shoot, I forgot that these actually do things now. Yeah, let's get that production efficiency growth. Totally forgot that those don't just change your production type. Do the Netherlands have a custom focus tree mod in this mod? I don't think so. I think it's standard. In fact, like even the British one seems to be standard. It's just slightly modified for this mod. Yeah, we need them to cave to the British. Oh, we need to have more than 15 points ahead of Germany. Okay, we need to continue investing in the Netherlands in that case. That part I'd forgotten. Hebai Chahar Political Council has capitulated, and there's the Dido class. So we can't yet get the Crown Colony. In fact, we wouldn't want to. Yet. Not that bothered by the tribal. Maybe we will go for the King George. It's December 37, so we are close enough to 38 that I feel like I can just go ahead and do this. So at this point it does become a question, do we start researching Spitfires? I think we probably do. Wow, Spitfires are a lot better. Good grief, that's a difference. 100 kilometers per hour range difference, 9 points of air defense, which is almost double, air attack of almost double, agility of almost double, speed another 170 kilometers per hour, reliability is the same, fuel's the same for just 5 production. Yeah, let's get those Spitfires. I see good things in their future. I think there might be some potential here. Now let's go ahead and recruit some regular infantry units. I can only get 3 of those training at a time. Oh boy! Now I'm getting a little nervous. And there's the Admiralty. Alright, let's do global defense and start fortifying these guys. Protecting the British people starts by preventing that which would threaten it from spreading in the first place. We must find the embers of conflict and put them out in the spot before they turn into a conflagration that spreads far and wide, burning us in our homes. Right, we can also change the officer corps. I do like meticulous preparation. Get those early before the war starts so your experience builds up. Because the thing with these is this is all for new commanders. I mean, getting superior tactician and Ironsides 20% faster would make our Warfleet commanders that much better. But then that's just going to be Somerville and Cunningham. Whereas these would buff anyone, but that's only a 20%. It's much higher for these guys, a 50. Nah, we're going to go Grand Fleet. We're going to do this one. The Germans are ratcheting up their attempted control over the Netherlands. There's the Egret class. And we can't get Black Swan yet because we need the decimetric radar. So how about we go and get the... Oh, we're already doing it. 21 days. You know what? I'm just going to hold off. Not going to fill that tech slot for 21 days. And in that time... we already have the Admiralty, so we could actually just go for the Crown County. And there we go. Nationalist Spain took 2 states. Regional Defence Force of Aragon's gone. And Civil War, I think, is... oh no. Madrid is the last holdout. I've never seen that before. Madrid's usually one of the first places to fall. Interesting. And very different. Charlie Fox, thank you very much for the follow. The Nodster coming in with a 5-month resub. Thank you very much for that, The Nodster. And then Whitey is here. Thank you very much for the 30-month resub. Appreciate that too. There's fuel refining, but again, just going to hold off because I got 2 ships I want to get in 38. As soon as my decimetric radar's done. Nationalist Spain is Franco, yes. Gotta try to stay ahead of them. One day. Done. And it's January 38, so we're going to have reduced penalties. So we're going to use our big buff on the Crown Colony Club. We get it in 5 days. Wow. Yeah, let's do that. And let's get the Black Swan. And then... research computing machine. 5 days! That's ridiculous. 4, 3, 2... There's global defense, so now we can get the Mediterranean bastion. The route through the Mediterranean is a vitally important shortcut to and from India. As such, it is of utmost importance to keep open and in our hands. 2, 1. Done. Okay, so we have the Crown Colony class now, which is great. Let's get the Matilda 2s, because we want to start building those soon. That's some cranking out ideas at 3 AM to meet a deadline kind of energy. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. What was I going to do? I was going to start building some... No, I was going to... Here. Crown Colony class. No, I'm just going to see if I can upgrade any of this stuff. What do you want now? Mark 13, 15.2s. Yeah, you're using those. Big guns. Lots and lots of big guns. And here, 6 times 2, 10.2 Mark 5s. Which is this one? Which does give us the highest anti-air. And I'm okay with that. And then we have actual anti-air emplacements. We have the best. Torpedoes. I'm not convinced you need torpedoes. You are using the aeroplanes. Fire control. Radar. Engine. Your engine could be upgraded. What are you using now? The 4. That's going to increase your cost by 100. I think that's worth doing actually. I want these to be fast. And you've got the heaviest armour, that's fine too. I'm kind of wondering if the main gun emplacements need to be so heavy. I don't think they do. This makes you faster and it makes you cheaper. Now you're a fast ship. Because remember, I want this guy to be recon. That's why I'm building them. Oh, but it costs a bunch. Damn. Well, if I wanted to build the baseline ship, replacing those turrets is very expensive. That's what I can afford. No sonar? No, these aren't sub-hunters. These are enemy warship scouts. We'll get 3 of these being built at a time. And in fact, you know what, these should be the top priority. Because our amazing war fleets are absolutely zero use if we can't actually find our enemy. And especially in the Mediterranean, these are going to be very, very useful. Let's also make sure the Surreys get built. They were only building 1 of each of these. And then I will deprioritize Not really. So we're still building a couple of Britons, but nowhere near as many as we were. And the focus is now on our cruisers. And then we'll probably create another version of the Crown Colony. I'm not going to refit them, because it won't be worth the cost. To make them even faster. Destroyers are generally sub-hunters par excellence. I think actually, we worked that out during the last stream. The frigates are better at it, because you just get so many more of them. Because in anti-submarine warfare, quality doesn't matter that much. It's more about quantity. And the frigates are just so much cheaper. And they're not that much worse. The Panay incident. American and British gunboats are attacked by Japanese aircraft in separate actions today while evacuating Western civilians from the front line of the war between Japan and the Republic of China. Despite being clearly marked as American vessel, the USS Panay was hit by 2 bombs and sunk, with 3 American and 1 Italian citizen killed and others wounded. In a separate attack on the HMS Ladybird, 1 British sailor was killed. Now we definitely embargo their arse. We're already doing it. Right, we have a bucket load of political power. That's crawling ahead, that's fine. Is this when I press the button? It is 38 now. This is when I press the button. Which also means that we need to start switching away from civilian factory production. And now we start to arm. Nationalist Spain took 10 states. Spain has been annexed. And there it is. The Spanish Civil War is over. After a long and grueling civil war, the Nationalists, united under Francisco Franco, have finally defeated their Republican enemies and secured full control of Spain. Now, next question. If I did get partial mobilization, how much war support would this usually require? 25. And this will start to weaken my fatigue. Oh. Okay. You can't abuse it. It has to be for the low level one. When was the last autosave? Because that's a lot of political power I would have just lost out on. 9th of January. Is that after I designed the crown ship? I think it is. Pretty sure it is. Let's double check. And while that's loading, I am going to get something to drink, because there was a drink tea earlier, but I'm out of tea, and I'm also out of... Oh no, I'm not out of tea. This is going to be horribly cold. But thank you, Sandrock. Mmm. Mmm. Lovely. But I'm still going to get something to drink.